Hey Falcons, I'm your ASP President, Grant Conroy. And now, here's Leo with the pledge.
Please stand. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now here's Michael Nadruz for a sports and cohort games update.
Thank you, Leo. Yesterday was huge for the NBA, as it was the last day of the regular season, and the playoffs are right around the corner. So let's get started. The sixth-seeded Portland Trailblazers took care of business yesterday against the Nuggets 132-116 and will keep the sixth seed. This keeps the Lakers at the seventh seed, and they will play eighth-seeded Warriors on Tuesday with the winner in the playoffs. Some other playoff news is the Wizards clinching the eighth seed on Sunday, and the Knicks stay in fourth in the East after a win against the Celtics. Finally, in baseball, longtime slugger Albert Pujols got cut by the Angels but signed by the LA Dodgers. For the eighth grade cohort games, we are planning to host them this week or next week, but look out for more information throughout the week. Now, here's Mr. Camargo.
On behalf of Blake Herman, I'm going to play a video from your House Commissioner. Bear with me.
Hey Falcons, this is your House Commissioner Blake Herman here to update you on House. Now, since we're a little crunched for time, we're having our last and final House game of the year this Wednesday. Now, I'm super excited about it and I'm ready to go out with a bang. As you know, this is worth double points, so everyone's still in the game. I hope you have a good week and go Falcons.
And now here's a video of our house game highlight from last week. I apologize for the audio technical difficulties. Just as a quick reminder, as your student activities coordinator, the ambassador's application was due last week. And so we're going to review those files and welcome next year's ambassadors. And now, please welcome Grant Conroy.
That's all for this week's announcements. But on today's Conroy's Crazy Chronicles, did you know that March 20th is known as Snowman Burning Day? Have a great week.
Great job, Grant. So thankful for that information, Grant. Thank you for that. Hello, everyone. This is me, Pastor Mark, but I'd like to welcome you to chapel. This is my friend, Allie Taylor. She's going to talk a little bit, but right now we're going to start our chapel with our student chaplains who's going to open us in prayer. So.
Hi, Falcons. Please bow your heads, fold your hands, and join me in prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for this beautiful day and this gift of life. We thank you for the opportunity to come together to worship you here in chapel today. We thank you for the weekend we had and hope that everyone was safe and happy. We pray that everyone who is battling COVID or any illness will recover soon, Lord, and you will protect them through their fight. Lastly, we hope that we'll have an amazing week to come and stay safe and happy and that you'll keep us out of harm's reach. Amen.
Thank you. I am. Okay, don't fix your hair. Yeah. Hello, everyone. It is me, and I am so excited to be here today with you at chapel. We are in my office as usual, and you are in your cohorts as usual. But what's not as usual is I have one of my favorite students of all time who's here with me, Allie Taylor. Hello, Allie.
Hi.
If you don't know Allie, she has a very famous mom. If you don't know who her mom is, well, you can tell us who your mom is.
My mom is Sharon Taylor. She is the head of school and she's amazing.
She is. And if she's watching this right now, I hope she remembers that we said that. And that Allie forgot to clean her room this morning. Just kidding.
That's not true.
Okay. So Allie's here because I asked her to come on and talk to you students, because Allie is, did I mention that Allie was the Legacy Award winner? Yep, she was that also. And she's going to college next year, and she's a senior, and she went to St. Margaret's, and she's a senior at St. Margaret's. And so there's a lot of things we can learn from her, a whole bunch. And so with that being said, Allie, tell us a little bit, even though I just said a whole bunch of stuff that you probably were going to say. You graduated from here 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
Yeah, I graduated in 2017.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm a senior at St. Margaret's.
And what did you enjoy? Did you know a lot of people when you're going to St. Margaret's?
So there were 5 from my grade going to St. Margaret's, and I knew a few kids from playing club lacrosse, and I actually went to St. Margaret's in kindergarten, so I had known a few people from that too.
Really?
Yeah.
You had friends you were friends with kindergarten, and then you were friends again as freshmen in high school?
Yeah, my 4 best friends are my 4 best friends in kindergarten.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Oh. How about and at St. Margaret's you kind of have a famous dad. And I know you said, yeah, because your dad is
Not as famous as my mom though.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty famous though, because I was golfing with Mr. Patterson one time,
Mhm.
and we were like, hey, they were talking like, well, you work at school? We said, yeah, St. Mary's. They said, oh, we went to St. Margaret's. So I was like, oh, we know people from St. Margaret's. And they're like, do you know Mel Taylor? Everybody knows Mel Taylor.
Yeah.
It was pretty much, he's kind of famous too. On the golf course it is. All right. So tell us about your things that, well, let's just go high school because it's fresh in your mind, and then we'll go backwards from there.
Okay.
You're going to college.
Yes.
At what point did you start thinking about where you wanted to go to college? If you say kindergarten, I'll just be like,
No.
you are too perfect of a child.
No, that
Okay.
process probably started around second semester junior year, but I didn't know where I wanted to go until February of my senior year.
Was it important up until second semester of your junior year that you chose what classes you chose to what field you were going into?
A little bit, but I more so wanted to take classes that I was interested in, as far as like not just getting the AP or that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. And I think that's important for students to realize, because
Mhm.
I think a lot of our 8th graders are going in thinking, I don't know what I want to do with my life. How do I know which classes to take? That kind of thing. What about the when you were at St. Mary's, you always knew you were going to go to St. Margaret's. That was kind of like a given, right?
No,
Oh, it wasn't.
it wasn't.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I really wanted to go to Santa Margarita.
Oh.
But then after thinking about it and touring and weighing all my options, I wanted to go to St. Margaret's.
Did you tour Santa Margarita?
I did.
So you took like a what do they call those days where you're gone for a day? Shadow day.
Shadow day.
Did you do the
Shadow
shadow day for Santa Margarita?
I did do a shadow day for Santa Margarita.
And for St. Margaret's, did you do Sage Hill?
I did not go on a tour with a student at Sage Hill, but my mom and I did a tour at Sage Hill.
And was it scary freshman day, first day?
Terrifying.
It's good.
Very scary.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
It is. It's not that you didn't hold anything back. You weren't like, no, it's
Yeah.
not that big a deal.
Well, it was different for me because I've never been the new kid. I had been at the same school since preschool. So that was a lot different. It's very similar at St. Margaret's as well, because it's preschool through high school. So a lot of the kids had known each other. So that was a little intimidating, but I mean, it's such a welcoming community, and all my teachers were so sweet, and all the kids were really nice and open to new people.
Do you have any close friends that you're so close with from St. Mary's?
Yeah, I keep in touch with a lot of them through like National Charity League and like play lacrosse
transition.
Against them.
Good transition. Let's talk about National Charity League.
Mm-hmm.
Things that you've done for National Charity League, because I love to hear all the things that you guys do for National Charity League.
I do special camp for special kids.
Tell us about that.
That is a program in the summer where you are partnered with someone who has special needs, and you spend the whole week with them. You hang
Special
out.
needs. Give us more specific.
It's full range.
Full range. Give us one example, because I mean, you can say special needs, but until you specifically tell us what kind of kids you've been partnered with,
Mhm.
we just think, oh, that's nice, But it could be someone who's autistic.
Well, yeah, my first year, Peyton, she was like 8 and she had Down syndrome. And then my second year, Ava, she was 19 and she also had Down syndrome. And then the most recent year, Olivia, she was 7 and she had autism.
Do you know Mr. Middlestat and his wife used to like volunteer at the Special Olympics for years? Did
That's
you know
awesome.
that? Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. There's a little side note for Mr. M. God's right there. I know he's probably cleaning the gym right now because we have sports today. No, but his family, him and his wife were very involved in that, especially when they were in Hawaii. They always helped out Special Olympics. I love that. That is so great. Why do you think it's important to get involved in things like that? That's a good question. Sure.
I think it just gives you a different perspective on life. I think especially coming from a very not sheltered, but a very specific community, getting the opportunity to work with these kids and see what their day-to-day life is like, it just gives you a total new perspective on your own life and that other people are going through things that you might not know about.
What? That's a great answer. But to capitalize on that and to go back to St. Mary's a little bit, what was your favorite field study?
Oh gosh, my favorite.
And you can do international,
study.
national, and
Oh, my
all the
goodness.
teachers are watching right now. So you're going to obviously upset someone. So just
gosh.
upset someone and say which one. Because
Okay, my favorite
and I'm going to
was.
read you something real fast. I sent to
Okay, my favorite field study was Yosemite.
What?
Was that a surprising answer?
That was a shocking. I mean, no. How about of all field studies?
Oh.
Like international. No offense, Ms. Volkman. That's a great field study. I've been on it. I love that field study. But I'm like, of international, all of them? Yosemite. Wow.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think they were all so different. It was different things for all of them. Like Costa Rica was very service oriented, which I absolutely loved. Italy was more like cultural, getting to know what it's like to live with people from a different country.
You are killing it right now with the answers. Your answers are so good. Not only are they good, but they're honest and true, but they're really not making anybody upset. So it's good. Okay, look at this. I found this the other day. It's by Mark Twain. I'm going to show everybody. I'm going to read it to you. You're going to love this. Okay. It's a quote by Mark Twain. You see that right there? Okay. I do that all the time. People get annoyed. They said they get sick when I do it. Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness, and many of our people need it sorely on these accounts. Broad, wholesome, charitable views of men and things cannot be acquired by vegetating in one's little corner of the earth all one's lifetime. Yeah. Mark Twain. Isn't that beautiful?
That's amazing.
I thought that was very like St. Mary's-ish of our school, because it's saying it's
very world-minded.
If you go and see the world, I can't put my phone here because it'll buzz on when I get texts. Yeah. If you go and see the world, you will be more open-minded.
Yeah.
Transition into open-minded and world religions and things like that. You came from St. Mary's, we had chapel, we prayed. You went to St. Margaret's where they have chapel. It's Episcopal. But do you tell what kind of, by going to St. Mary's and going to St. Margaret's, do you think it helped you become more open-minded to people of different faiths?
Yes, of course. I mean, well, from when you're little, open-mindedness is one of the IB Learner profiles. So that's something that's very honed in on from a very early age here. So I think just having that in the back of my mind always, and knowing that it doesn't matter what religion you come from, what background you come from, that people are people and you should treat everyone the same.
I love that. I love that. We've had so many good conversations in my religion classes this year about people are people and you just have to treat everybody the same. And especially because, like you said a little bit earlier, we are in an Orange County bubble. Until we break that bubble or get out of that bubble, and we can always have the attitude of, well, there'll always be different classes of people. But until we really believe it in our hearts and act on it, if we don't act on it, do we really believe it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You have to act on it.
Your actions speak much, much louder than your words.
So good. So good. Okay. Tell us about applying for college.
Applying for college. Okay, it was very different this
How
year.
many?
How many did I apply to?
How many do people normally apply? I don't know.
I mean, I know kids that applied to 3, and I know kids that applied to like 22.
Doesn't it cost money every time you apply to one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you
It
apply
really
to 22.
depends on like what school. Some of them are like $80. I
Okay.
think the Ivies are like 80.
Ivy Leagues?
Mm-hmm.
You applied to Ivy League schools?
I did not.
Oh, I was all of a sudden like gonna be like, whoa, I'm not worthy. You applied to Ivy League? That's so
No,
cool.
I didn't apply
Oh, you
to
didn't?
Ivies. No.
What some of them are $80?
Yeah.
What's like average cost?
It really depends. 40, 50?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Still
It's
$50, 22 schools. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, I didn't
That-
apply to 22 schools.
Okay.
But
So how did you choose? You went on a little trip with mom and then you saw a bunch of different schools. Where did you, first of all, what school are you going to?
I'm going to Lafayette College in Easton, Pennsylvania.
So fun. You know it's cold there.
I do know it's cold there.
Okay, really cold.
I wanted that.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have like winter clothing? You have to wear like layers. Do you have
Yeah.
Patagonia stuff? Because you could borrow some from Mr. Patterson.
Yeah.
Because he has more Patagonia than any person.
I think we'll have to get some stuff
Like
before I leave.
He has a closet that just has Patagonia. And
Yeah,
then,
that doesn't surprise me.
I know. And then you're going to Lafayette. Tell us how you've discovered it, why you discovered it, what do you like about it?
Okay, so it's really small. It's like 2,700 kids.
2,700 kids. And that's including like postgraduate work?
So Lafayette is only undergrad. There's
Only
no,
undergrad. And if you don't know what those words mean, because there's some like 6th graders that are sitting there going, postgraduate, undergraduate, what do you mean? To get your bachelor's is undergrad.
4 years.
4 years. And then after that, although Allie will probably get it in 3 years.
No, maybe 5.
Okay. And Chapman had a 5th. She always tells people, my 2nd senior year of college. And I'm like, 2nd senior. Oh yeah, we're still paying for that. Anyway, and then, so you're going to Lafayette. Where did you hear about it? What did you?
Okay, so through my college counselor at St. Margaret's, as well as one of my really good friend's sisters went there.
Okay.
Yeah, and it just piecing together what I really wanted. I wanted a smaller school, but still had good athletics, that still had, that football camaraderie aspect, as well as having good academic small class sizes.
Do you know what you're studying?
Currently, I am in government and law, but I want to switch that to psych.
Which is.
But it doesn't matter. I have a couple years to decide.
Yes. And unless you're like actually a lawyer or a doctor.
You can take any path.
Yeah, you can take any path you want. Because
Yeah.
it's just the showing that you can make the commitment of going to college and completing that. That's what people want to see.
Yeah.
That's exciting. That's so exciting. Do you know your roommate?
I do. Yeah.
Where did you find him? Like roommates.com?
It's like the thing now that you do is like.
Don't go there to that website. That was
That's
probably
not
not a good
real.
idea. That was not real. I was just
It's
kidding.
not real.
Okay, go on.
The thing that people do now is there's like Instagram pages. So it's like Lafayette 2025. And like you follow it if you are interested or whatever. And we just met each other on there.
No way. And where are they from?
She is from Concord, Massachusetts.
Oh, so she's used to cold.
Yes.
Bet you she has some Patagonia.
I think she does.
Do you have any Patagonia?
I have a few. Probably not warm enough. Probably just like the light rain jackets.
You got to get the heavy ones.
Yeah.
You have to double up on that. That's fun. Okay. And so when do you leave for college? I know it's sad if your mom's watching. She'll be like, why would you say this?
My first day of class is August 30th. So end of August, I'll be leaving.
So like
the 26th.
You know what I was thinking? That's like our start week here. Is your mom taking you? What's going on here? Your mom's gonna zoom. Your mom's gonna zoom in. She's gonna be so mad at me. Your mom's gonna zoom into our first like back meeting with everybody here because she's taking her daughter to college. Yeah, so crazy. Okay, you have a little sister.
I have a little sister and I have 3 older siblings.
You have 3 older siblings? I know that.
Yeah.
But what? Tell us about your family. Your older siblings are Maddie. I don't think anybody else calls him Maddie, but your mom and you. Who most people call him Matt.
Matt. There's Lauren, Matt, Scott.
Oh, Lauren's oldest.
Lauren, Matt, Scott, me, and Mandy.
And Lauren lives in San Diego with Corey.
Yep.
And they have 2 babies.
2 babies. Yep. Dylan and Emily.
And Emily's cute.
She's so cute. She just started crawling yesterday.
That's a milestone. And she's 6. That's what's crazy is that.
Who's 6?
I was kidding.
Oh.
She started crawling yesterday. I was like, and
No,
she's 6. No, she's 6 months.
Yeah, 6
Yeah.
or 7. Yeah.
6 months is the best age because you can sit them up actually before crawling. You can sit them up.
Mm-hmm.
Like we would sit up Grace and put a boppy around her, one of those pillows,
Yeah.
and put toys in front of her. And then my wife could go to the store and I could just watch
She just
TV
sits
and
there.
she just would sit there. But now when they start crawling, your
Mhm.
sister's life is over.
Mobile.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Mhm.
And Dylan is,
3. Yeah.
and what's he call you?
Auntie Allie.
Auntie Allie. Super
Mhm.
cute. And then you have Lauren, and then you have Matt.
Matt.
And he's married and lives in
San Diego.
also in San Diego.
Downtown. Yeah.
And then you have Scotty,
Scotty.
and he lives in
Napa.
Napa, and he makes wine,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of the coolest. Mine's the coolest job. His is the second coolest job.
Yeah.
And then you have little sister,
Mandy.
Mandy.
She's a junior in high school.
And you guys both play together on it. What team?
Lacrosse. We play lacrosse together. Always have. We played lacrosse together at St. Mary's, and now we play together at St. Margaret's.
Man, I hope we have lacrosse. We will. We'll have lacrosse next year, right? It'll
Yeah.
be back.
Yeah.
Right, Mr. M? That's so exciting.
Mhm.
Okay, let's talk about being at St. Mary's. What are you grateful for when you look back and you think, what would you tell students here at St. Mary's? How can they be more grateful? What should they appreciate for the opportunity? I don't know. Without answering the question.
Yeah. I would say, first of all, really appreciate the teacher relationships you build here, because I know I still come back and talk to all my teachers, and they're really amazing resources to have because they're so knowledgeable, not only about their subject, but just kind of life in general. So keep on to those relationships, keep in touch with them, come back and see them. And also just, I would say the whole IB attitude of St. Mary's and just teaching all those principles at a really young age just shaped me into who I am, and to take advantage of all those characteristics that they teach you to be and try to implement them.
I love that. That's a great answer. I ran into Joey Purcell, and he went to St. Mary's, and then he went to St. Margaret's also, which made me think of it. You triggered it.
Yeah.
And we were talking about something, and he said, man, teachers at St. Mary's cared so much. I had no idea how much they cared. I'm like, you go to small, and he's like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And when you're at St. Mary's, teachers help you, and you should appreciate that. And so
Yeah,
he didn't
very
say
much
it
so.
as neatly as that, but that's what he meant.
Yeah.
That's so fun. Well, is there any other piece of advice that you would give students in this journey of life as 6th, 7th, and 8th graders? That's it. That we're going to end on that. You're going to give it. Is there any advice you could give?
Take advantage of every opportunity you can. I know that it's been weird this year with COVID and you can't get involved as much as you normally would be able to, but I would say as soon as you're able to, get involved as much as you can. Play sports, be an ambassador, run for ASB, present in class, like just take advantage of every opportunity that's given to you, because not only is it great memories to look back on, but it's really great practice for high school and eventually college too. So yeah, just get super involved. Know your classmates, know your teachers, know the kids older and younger than you. It just creates a more well-rounded person.
That's a great answer. Thank you so much for that. And thank you for coming today. And thank you for being the special guest today. And,
of course.
And how about something about Ms. Taylor that nobody knows?
Oh gosh.
That would be a
My
good thing.
mom? Okay,
Yes.
let's see.
Something about your
My
mom.
mom.
But you got to choose it wisely because you can't get us in trouble, but something that's fun.
I don't
Because she
know.
was on the community project. She worked with Mr. Barnes and Andre Owens and Liam Miller. She helped out with the community project. So she knows these kids out there. And so what is something about your mom that's funny that nobody knows? Does she not like peanut butter? Is she allergic to shellfish?
She hates sweets. Hates them.
What? I've given her candy every year for Boss Day for
doesn't
10
like it.
years.
She doesn't like sweets.
Oh, well, that is
But we'll eat it.
Oh, that's probably where it goes. Huh?
Yeah.
It always probably comes home.
Yeah.
That's good to know. All of you out there who are leaving 8th grade and are we get Miss Taylor something. Don't get her sweets, people.
She doesn't like it.
Perfect. She likes the little silver boxes that say Nordstrom's on them.
Yeah,
I bet
does.
she likes that too. And
She
if so,
does.
she do that to her daughters too. And we're excited about that. Allie, thank you so much for coming.
Of course.
You're the best. And now we're going to one of our chaplains who is going to lead us in the prayers of the people, prayer which Allie did when she was here at St. Mary's all those years ago. Thanks, Allie.
Bye.
With all our heart and with all our mind, let us pray to the Lord, saying, Lord, have mercy. For the peace of the world, for the welfare of the Holy Church of God, and for the unity of all peoples, let us pray to the Lord. Lord, have mercy. For our president, for the leaders of the nations, and for all in authority, let us pray to the Lord. Lord, have mercy. For this school, St. Mary's, for every city and community, and for those who live in them, let us pray to the Lord. Lord, have mercy. For the good earth which God has given us, and for the wisdom and will to conserve it, let us pray to the Lord. Lord, have mercy. For the aged and infirmed, for the widowed and orphans, and for the sick and the suffering, and especially for, let us pray to the Lord. Lord, have mercy.
Please fold your hands and bow your heads and pray with me. Dear Lord, thank you for this beautiful day and the opportunity to come together to worship you. We thank you for the weekend we had, and we hope that everyone was happy and healthy. We pray that we will have a safe, joyful week to come. Amen. Now please join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Thank you, Sophia and Anna, and thank you, Allie, and thank you, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Love you, mean it, and we'll see you guys in the hall. Bye.
Bye.